but I don't want you to forget it, so I'm going to say it one more time. My name is Jesse Ruben, and this is my favorite thing in the whole world. And you could have been anywhere, but you're here. And I know maybe it wasn't a big deal for you because you come to these all the time, or I don't know, but you're here and it means a lot. And so I really appreciate that you're here. You've been so great. Everyone's been so great, and because it's a lot. The songs are intense. You know, like I wrote them. I know. I know. And so I appreciate you sticking with me and being really fun and really attentive, and I hope that you'll come see me again. I play all the time in New York. If you're not already, I have a mailing list on the counter, and I also have CDs, and I have jewelry. I ran out of my full lengths. Who knew people bought CDs anymore? If you would like me, no, it's not. If you would like one of the full lengths, I'm happy to mail it to you. So you can just email me, and I'll do that. Or you can get it on iTunes, or you could listen to it on Spotify. But I prefer that you did not do that. And
oops.
I know, it's okay. So this last song is called "We Can," and I like to save it for last because it's the song that's changed my life the most of any of the songs that I've written. And before I got sick, I used to do the New York City Marathon every year for the Christopher Reeve Foundation. The Christopher Reeve Foundation is the largest nonprofit we have for spinal cord injury and paralysis research. A lot of people who are my age and younger don't know who he is, but he used to play Superman on TV. He was kind of a badass. And Robin Williams' best friend. Robin Williams paid his medical bills for the last 5 years of his life. One of my best friends, one of my best friends is named Zach. We met when we were 13 at summer camp. We, for years, planned on going back as counselors together. And we sent the application in together, and we got in together, and we were going to drive up together. And 2 days before I was supposed to show up at his house to go up to camp, I called camp and told them I wasn't coming because I wanted to stay in New York and live with my girlfriend at the time. To this day, it is my biggest regret. It wouldn't have worked out anyway, even if I hadn't. It didn't work out, and it wouldn't have even if I had gone. 2 weeks later, I got a call saying that Zach had gotten into an accident, and I needed to come up to Maine. So I quit both my jobs, and I went up there, and Zach is a C3, C4 quadriplegic. He has been for 10 years. I know it's the worst fucking thing ever, and at the time, it was the worst thing that had ever happened to me. It was the most difficult, and I watched him dissolve. He lost 75 pounds in a week. And Zach, the story was that Zach was lying in the water waiting for they were at a river, and Zach was lying in the water waiting for the ambulance to come. And for some reason, somebody brought me up, and they said, "What's Jesse going to do when he finds out about this?" And Zach said, "Well, he better write a real fucking good song about it." And so I did. I have a song called "Song for Zach" on my first album, and so I was involved with the Reeve Foundation, and I really wanted to help. It was just something that I really wanted to do, and I remember saying, "I'll do anything you want. I'll hand out flyers. I'll talk about you at concerts." And they were like, "Why don't you run the marathon?" And I was like, "No!" Right? And then they were like, "Okay, well, what if you run the marathon?" And I was like, "No!" And the third time, I said yes. And running, I was not an athlete. I was not a runner. I hated running. I wanted nothing to do with it. And over the next 3 years, I had about 35 people run the marathon for the Christopher Reeve Foundation. I had another 30 people run the New York City Marathon for various charities. We raised $500,000 or something over 3 years. All because I said yes to this question in 2010, right? And so I finished running the marathon, and I wanted to write something that gave people permission to do the things they'd always wanted to do. Because after I ran the marathon, people were like, "Oh my God, I want to run the marathon." Or, "Oh my God, I want to move across the country." Or, "Oh my God, I want to quit my job and do this." People were just telling me all these things that they had always wanted to do. And so I wanted to write something that would give people permission. And so this song is called "We Can." And I wrote this song to give people permission to do those things. The reason that the song changed my life a lot is because I released the song, and I thought that people would start running when I released the song, and they did. A bunch of people signed up for races. And then I got an email from a teacher in Vancouver Island, Canada, which is just about as far away as you can get from here. It's an island off the coast of Vancouver. And they said, we really like your song. We're playing it for our students. Would you like to come visit? And I didn't know where they were on a map, so I was like, absolutely. and so I went, and I spent a couple days at the school, and they had been playing the song for the kids. All the students knew the words, and they had done little service projects, and we filmed the music video for the song. They canceled class for the second half of the day one day, and me and 400 kids made the music video for the song. And I thought, oh, that was a really cool experience that I got to have. That's interesting. And I came back to New York, and I started getting emails from other teachers and other people saying, we saw your video, what is that? We want to do that. And for a while, I was like, there's nothing, it was just a video that I made. And I got enough of them that I started really thinking about it, and with the help of some really brilliant people that work with children and in the nonprofit world, we created the We Can Project, which is basically a program that runs through a school year or a semester, and for elementary school students, and mostly. And each kid comes up with a list of I Can goals that they want to do, and they spend time picking one, and they come up with a plan, and then they do it, and when they achieve that goal, they have to come up with a new, bigger goal. And then each grade or each school has a We Can project, and everything from one school in Yardley, Pennsylvania, did a whole walk for a charity because one of their students had passed away from cancer, and they raised a bunch of money. In Toronto last year, one of their We Can projects was We Can Build a Home, and they raised money over the whole year for Habitat for Humanity. And at the end of the year, I went and visited, and they wrote a check for $40,000 for Habitat for Humanity for this family. And the coolest part was, on the weekends, the teachers were building the house. So at the end of the year, the school built one of the families a house, and they live there and they own it. It's just been really amazing. And so, through no fault of mine, this past semester, there were about 50 or 60 schools doing the We Can project. In the fall, there will be 150. And so it's been really cool. And so this song, I've gotten to travel all over America and all over the country, and everywhere from, private schools on the Upper West Side to, I spent 4 days in Louisiana in the second poorest township in America, singing this song to a bunch of kids. And I never in a million years thought that would ever happen, and it's been really exciting and really fun. So if you or anyone you know works in elementary education and you would like to talk to me about that, I'm happy to speak with you. So thank you for listening to me. My name is Jesse Ruben, and this has been a dream. If I haven't met you yet, please come say hi. If you have any questions about Lyme disease, please send them my way. If you would like to donate more than the $20 suggested donation, that is totally okay. You do whatever your heart tells you to do. I'm not saying I'll like you more if you give me more money, but I'm not saying that I won't like you more. I'm just kidding. You've done enough. So this song is called We Can. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I hope they'll let me back. I guess this one was kind of a little bit crazy compared to some of their other house concerts. This song is called We Can. A lot of people doubted me. They laughed in my face, said there ain't no way I would finish that race, but I kept my head down and laced up my shoes. I ran a marathon when no one thought I could. Woo! I didn't always want to, but I said that I would, and I learned a lot about what I can do. It doesn't matter if they don't believe. It doesn't matter if they do not understand. 'Cause every dream that I'm trying to achieve, I can. So make a list, do not make it brief. Write down every single wish and every little thing that you want. Don't sell yourself short.
never hesitate if people turn you down. Do not settle, do not wait. Don't ever turn around, 'cause you're almost there. I swear it's yours. And all that matters is there's no regrets. It doesn't matter if they do not understand, 'cause everything you want you haven't gotten yet. You can. Right now on this planet there are things that we can fix. There are people going hungry. A lot of them are kids, and it's so unfair. They're scared and all alone. Wars are being fought over land and over God, and we need a different plan, 'cause I think that we forgot that we're all the same. We're just love and blood and bones. It doesn't matter if they think we're wrong. It doesn't matter if they do not understand, 'cause every obstacle we need to overcome, we can. It doesn't matter if they think we're wrong. It doesn't matter if they do not understand, 'cause every obstacle we need to overcome,